outside. It's hot, damn hot, real hot. Hotter than this is my shorts. I can cook things in it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead. My name is Casey, and like my intro said, it is hot, hot, hot outside. But I am so excited because Jeni Goff reached out to me to join in on this wonderful collaboration, and that's Jeni Goff from Jeni's Scratch Made Kitchen, and we're doing Christmas in July. Now let me first start by saying, I am never for Christmas in July in the stores. It just makes me feel like everything is flying by super fast. But preparing for Christmas in July is stuff that I do all the time. And what I'm doing today is I'm making shelf-stable eggnog. Now, let me just start off by saying I have a video, an older video, where I did water glass eggs and the milk powder to make some eggnog. But it's July and my chickens are producing so well that I have fresh eggs. I'll need it, but I wanted to show it here because I thought it was pretty. I'll do a little overlay of everything I'll be using. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna make this shelf-stable eggnog and I'm gonna freeze it in some out-of-air vacuum bags, and then I'll have it for the holiday season. I can pull it out, defrost it, and pour it in a half-gallon mason jar with one of those pour lids, and it'll be good. You know, holiday time is so busy. So anything that you can do to pre-prep that situation is good. And that's why I think this collaboration is so amazing, because it's such wonderful ideas. Now, I'll leave the playlist down below. It goes through all of the month of July, except on weekends, Monday through Friday. And there's some wonderful channels in there. My dear friend, Monica over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch is joining in. And of course, our girl Blue is just one of the many channels that are joining in on this collaboration. So you'll get to have wonderful ideas to stock up and get ready for Christmas. Even though we are in July, it's only months away. So it's time to go. So let me go and zip it up, and I'm gonna flip you around and kind of show you. I'll probably do a voiceover, and I will leave the recipe in the description box below. But before you get into it, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Casey from Ormsby Farm. I was a city boy that moved country, that moved back to the city, but now I'm about to move back to the country. So if you're enjoying videos of me prepping and getting ready for my forever homestead, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified anytime that I put out new videos. So let's go into the intro and let's go ahead and make some eggnog.
Ormsby Farms and the halfway homestead.
All right, so I lied first because I'm going to talk about a couple more things before I turn into a voiceover. But what I'm going to do is I'm doing again with fresh eggs. I have just been, and I'll show you a little video overlay here, but I have just been inundated with eggs. I have 20 chickens that lay right now, 17, 3 roosters. And so I am just getting egg after egg after egg after egg. And I thought, you know what? While I'm getting so much eggs, let me go ahead and make this eggnog. I am known in my family as the eggnog king. I will toot my own horn, toot toot. And I make a very good homemade eggnog, and especially when I was able to get on the homestead and do farm fresh eggs. And I even did a year where I did cream from a friend, dairy cow. Then it is just so good. But what we're doing today is shelf-stable products. Now, again, I normally would use the water glass eggs, which if you have not heard about water glass eggs, I have videos on it, and I'm on a podcast around the hay bale. I will leave links right up there in the corner. And I love me some milk powder. I use milk powder literally for everything. And I'll probably talk about that on my voiceover. I've done it for cheese and ice cream and milk and heavy cream and creamer, a coffee creamer. So it's great to have. It's great to have in your storage. It's called Nido. And just stock up. Put a number 10 cans in your pantry and have it for when you need it. So enough of that. I'm making a double batch today, but again, I will leave the recipe down below. Doing a double batch so I can have 2 kind of half-gallon jars done and ready for when it's holiday season. And I say half-gallon jars, but it really kind of makes like a quart-ish of amount. But I put it in the gallon because it's just easier to shake up and then add some adult beverage. to it. And also, I wanted to say that even though the recipe will be down below, if you want a hard copy of it, here at Ormsby Farm, we have Taste of the Season cookbooks. Volume 1 is Spring Summer, and this is Winter Fall, and it has my eggnog recipe in it. I will leave a link in the description box below if you would like to purchase one, a digital copy or hand copy. And I really appreciate those who have bought it and told me how much they loved it and have used it, so I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and let's get into the video, and I'm gonna start by separating the eggs because we want the egg yolk for this recipe. Alrighty, y'all, so starting separating the eggs, the yolk, and the whites, I was gifted this separator tool from a dear friend, so I'm so excited to try it out and see how it works. But I'm definitely keeping the egg whites in a separate bowl and then putting the egg yolks. Y'all, if you get a little bit of egg whites in your yolks, it's okay. It's not going to worry too bad. But especially because these eggs are so fresh, they're separating really nicely and the yolk is staying really well together. When I did the water glassed eggs in the last video that I did with water glassed eggs, that's the big thing with water glassed eggs is the yolk doesn't always stay together as well as a farm fresh egg. You see this one I'm having a little bit of struggle with. But I got very lucky that a lot of my water glass ones, the yolk still was really good and still held together. You're going to mix stuff up all together anyways, so it doesn't need to be perfect little dollops of egg yolk. You just need to do your best and get as much egg yolk as you can because that's what's going to make the eggnog is that yolk. The creaminess of the yolk. It's kind of like a custard flavor to it. But I'll say the tool worked so good. Now, you don't want to get rid of your egg whites. I'm going to use it for a breakfast the next day, but I also save all of my eggshells, as you can see. So when I get a full gallon bag like this, I'm going to crush it down, I will bake it, and I'll blend it up and have it to fertilize the garden next year. So now let's do the egg. Okay, so Casey sucks. I forgot to press record, but I did all of those egg yolks and I added in a cup of cane sugar, 1 full cup. And I'm doing a double batch, y'all. So remember, I'm doing a double batch. So it would have been a half a cup for just 6 egg yolks. And I'm going to stir it, mix it all in together. All right, these are the jars that I use to make my milk powder and heavy cream. A pint is going to be 2 cups. And then the jelly jar size is going to be 1 cup. And we need, for a recipe, we need 1 cup of the heavy cream and 2 cups of milk. So you see with the Nido powder, it will say it on the side. I don't know if I show you here, but it says on the side what you need. And make sure you wash and clean your jars. You know, cleanliness is next to godliness. But it does say on the side of the Nido tub that it is 1/4 of a cup of the milk powder to 1 cup of water. So that's what I'm going to do. I got 4 tablespoons, which equals 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to add in my 2 tablespoons of the cornstarch, and that's going to thicken it up to be the heavy cream. Sometimes, y'all, I store it just like that so I have it ready when I'm ready to make eggnog, but today we making some heavy cream. I'm going to backfill it with tap warm water, and this is what I love about these jars and the lids. Now all I'm going to do is just put that lid on and give it a good old shaky, 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 mix everything together because we're going to pour it into a heavy bottom pot. There's 1 of them. I'm going to go make another one, and we're going to boil it. So this is 8 tablespoons to make the 2 cups. Backfill with water, and we're going to shaky, shaky. So again, that would have been a half a cup of the milk powder. Shake it up. And this, if you're making just the milk, now it's ready. Just put it in the fridge and let it chill. But we're going to dump that in. I'm going to put another one in there. So that's 4 cups and 2 cups of the cream. And now we're going to add some seasoning. So I'm showing you my vanilla extract. I just got my stuff going this year. All of my seasonings recipes will be down below. I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of nutmeg. Again, I'm doing a double batch, so do the math. I'll have it down below so you don't have to do math. I'm doing a full 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is bottom of the barrel from what I had from last year. So it is a little bit lighter than it normally would, but we're gonna turn it on and whisk it. We're gonna bring it up to a boil, and I'm gonna make sure that I continue to stir it. You see I have a third hand. Mom jumped in because you need a little bit of help as you slowly pour the boiling milk mixture into the egg mixture. You do not wanna scramble these eggs, y'all. That would not taste yummy. So slowly we're tossing it in. I like to then get it back out of the hot pot and put it into a cold pot. I know it's a lot of dishes, but it's okay, just so it doesn't cook anymore. Now I'm going to ladle it in my quart jars because we're gonna let it chill for a little bit before we put it into the bags. Again, I'm just ladling this hot mixture in there. Y'all, it smells so good. And I will say it does thicken up once you let it cool because of that heavy cream, the cornstarch, the heavy cream. So ladle it in, let it cool. I let it do in the fridge. I add some more dishes. Oh, I was being really brave to pour it in. I was just getting a little impatient, but it looks so good. It smelled delicious. All right, after about an hour and a half, I'm putting in the vacuum bags. I love these out of air vacuum bags because they have the zipper as well as the tear strip. I will leave everything down below so you can get discount codes and buy you some out of air vacuum seal bags. I'm gonna pour the whole quart into this bag. Now, in my Inkbird, my vacuum sealer, there is a liquid button. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna point to it. I press that because that helps when it's vacuuming and sealing. So you're gonna fold it the netting side up, close it down, and press vacuum and seal. It's gonna vacuum just a little bit, and then it's gonna double seal so none of the liquid goes through. I do this so I can dump it around, but I'm going to freeze it flat like a piece of paper. That way it's easier to thaw when I'm ready to use it. My Inkbird is wonderful. That's in my Amazon storefront if you want it. See, look how amazing these out of air bags are. No leakage, no leakage, no leakage. Again, you see it here. I'm gonna put it on a tray and I'm gonna freeze it that way. This is overnight, this is the next morning. You see it's nice and frozen. That way you can start stocking up and getting you some eggnog prepped away because that's gonna be 1 quart. Which is pretty one helping of it. So, ooh, I'm so excited to try it. Yum, look how pretty. And just like that, y'all, you will have your freezer stocked up on some delicious holiday treat of eggnog. It's a great idea to do it now in July when your chickens are producing so many eggs, because as we all know, they do dwindle back a little bit. But go ahead, and while you have extra eggs, make a batch. Vacuum seal it with the out of air bags. My link is down below if you want to use my discount code to get some. Put it in your freezer so that when the urge comes in December, you already had it made, just thaw it and pour it up into a glass. And y'all, I would not be a good influencer if I didn't try it on camera with you. And I will pre-warn her, I did put a little bit of adult beverage in the glass just to get the full effect, of course. But I want to say a huge thank you to Jeni Goff for inviting me to this wonderful collaboration, Christmas in July. And I hope you go check out Jeni's channel and of course the playlist, which is down below, which will have all of the wonderful channels that came into the Christmas in July collaboration, like my dear friend Monica over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch and our girl Blue over at Blue Self-Reliance, and many, many more. So go ahead, like and subscribe here now if you have not already, and press that bell icon so you know that anytime that new videos come out to the channel of prepping and canning and gardening and raising backyard chickens. But also follow me on social media at Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, all at Ormsby Farm. Now, let's take a good old sip. Y'all, it just, even with it 100 billion degrees outside, this puts me in the Christmas mood. And it tastes so delicious. I'm telling you, you'll have to try it. Bye, y'all. Be blessed. See you on the next video. Cheers. Christmas in July.